This is the famous hanging tree of Goliad County. It was a site of extrajudicial executions. In other words, this is where they lynched Mexicans.
How many Mexicans were there?
Some say 80, 90, 100, but we really don't even know. And of course, on the other side of there is the famous whipping post, where they would tie Mexicans and other people, blacks, and whip them for transgressions against the social order. Over there, we have a tree where it is said that they hung the blacks because, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Even, in Texas, we had standards. You can't lynch a black person from the same tree that you lynch a brown person. It just ain't fitting. It ain't fitting. It just ain't fitting. This is the kind of crazy racism that fueled all this. And why? It was economics, and it was also the fact that they wanted our land. In fact, they came here to take our land, and they were very successful. It's a tourist thing now here. Everything's named Hanging Tree around here. But, when you really think about it, it should give you the creeps.
The events that took place here in Goliad weren't unique. Over the next 70 years, there were 871 documented lynchings of Mexican Americans in 14 Western states.
Oh, my goodness. So you mean Mexicans was lynched too? I thought it was just all black people. The funny thing is about that is black people, we have went through, I would say, the worst of it all, as far as, the transatlantic slave trade and then the Jim Crow and that. And it was just it was out in the open. It was they made postcards and they took photographs. You can just type in Jim Crow, type in lynchings, type in slavery on Google, and it is playing for you to see our history. It's documented in photographs. They was taking pictures. They was taking pictures of crowds enjoying, executing. I wouldn't call it executing. I would call it murdering, our people. It was a pastime. It was something that was just normal, just perfectly normal. But the history you don't hear about is this, about it happening to Mexicans too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know before what really started the transatlantic slave trade is the Spanish conquistadors taking Mayans and Arawak and Taino Indians back to Spain into slavery. That's something a lot of people don't know about. A lot of people don't know about the Mexican Wars, where when the Mexicans would lose, they would take them and put them on plantations in places like Veracruz, rice plantations, sugar cane and rice plantations. And so the reason I'm bringing this out is that you see there is a connection there in how we all have been treated. It can't be denied. You know what I mean? It can't be denied. Even now, when I talk about, Altadena, also Pasadena, it's black and brown. And these are the communities that, of course, have been hit, as well as rich communities with this fire. But, at the end of the day, as far as insurance companies and people honoring things, those black and brown people are going to get the bad end of the stick, the worst end of the stick when it comes to any type of help or funding in rebuilding their homes. Now, when it comes to the insurance adjusters, they probably won't even go out and look at the home if you live in Pacific Palisades or you live in Malibu or something like that. They'd be like, yeah, it's approved. But my point is that we all have, a common thing that connects us. And it's a thing that maybe we don't want to look at because it is ugly. And so we look at one another and we point the finger at one another. Because I've had my fair share of seeing Mexican people racist towards black people and black people racist towards Mexican people. And the thing is, the common denominator is the racism that we both received from our oppressor. As you see in this clip, they had a hanging tree. And listen, they were so sophisticated in lynching that they said, no, this tree is for the Mexicans. We're gonna hang them on that one, and this tree is for black people. We're gonna hang them on this one. And now the area is, named after hanging. It's like a tourist destination. Ain't that something, y'all? That's crazy. It's diabolical. Right, Kerry, right? Pickaninny. They used to call black people pickaninnies. Pick a nick. Go pick a Nigger.